The morning air was crisp as I stepped onto my ranch, coffee in hand, ready to enjoy a rare moment of peace. That peace was shattered when my phone buzzed. A call from a neighbor. "You need to come quick," they said. "HOA Karen is at your property again, and she's calling the cops." I frowned, instantly sensing the chaos about to unfold. Karen had a history of overstepping boundaries, but this time it was personal. She was calling the authorities to report me for parking on my own land, my private ranch. With a sigh, I grabbed my keys and headed toward the scene, knowing full well the irony would soon be evident. When I arrived, a police cruiser had indeed pulled up. Karen, red-faced and flustered, was waving frantically. "Officer, he's illegally on his property," she shouted, pointing at me with an accusatory finger. The officer looked confused but polite. "Sir, can you clarify?" I smirked, keeping my composure. "This is my ranch. I own the land, the house, the barns, everything. Parking here is entirely legal." The officer squinted at the deed I had on my phone, confirming the boundaries and ownership details. His eyebrows shot up. You own the entire ranch?" Karen's jaw dropped, her confidence evaporating like mist in the morning sun. She stammered, trying to salvage her narrative. "Well, he shouldn't." I held up a hand, letting the evidence speak. The survey maps, county property records, and even the registration of my private roads clearly marked the entire property under my name. Every detail was documented. "Officer, you might want to take note. Karen here has been harassing me, making false claims, and now trying to get law enforcement involved to cover her mistakes," I said calmly. The officer turned to Karen, his tone firm. "Ma'am, you've been warned multiple times about trespassing and filing false reports. Any further incidents will result in charges." Karen's face went from red to pale, realizing she had overplayed her hand yet again. She sputtered something unintelligible and stormed off, muttering threats that no one took seriously. Once she left, I could finally breathe. But the drama didn't end there. I knew that Karen's attempt to manipulate the authorities was a warning sign. She wouldn't stop at just this. I decided to take preventive measures. I increased surveillance on all ranch entrances, installed automated alerts, and ensured my legal counsel was briefed on her patterns of harassment. Later that day, I walked the ranch, surveying the areas Karen had targeted. Every fence post, gate, and access point was reinforced. Titan, my loyal K9, patrolled alongside me, his presence a silent deterrent to anyone thinking of testing boundaries again. Karen had underestimated me before, but now the ranch was an impenetrable fortress. The neighbors, having witnessed the ordeal from a distance, approached to express their amazement. "We can't believe she tried calling the cops on you for being on your own property," one said, shaking their head. I chuckled. "It's not about disbelief. It's about knowing your rights and defending them." Karen didn't see the full scope of the property, or she wouldn't have attempted this. Word of the incident spread quickly, turning into a local legend. Karen became infamous for trying to weaponize the law against someone who rightfully owned their land. Meanwhile, my ranch gained a reputation for being not only expansive and beautiful but also secure and well-protected against any kind of petty interference. By evening, the sun dipped behind the hills, casting a golden glow across the fields. I stood by the lake on my property, sipping a fresh cup of coffee, reflecting on the events. The peace I sought that morning had been interrupted, yes, but the outcome was undeniable. I had defended my home, my family, and my rights. Karen's attempt to manipulate the authorities had failed spectacularly, and the ranch remained mine, as it always would. The incident was a testament to preparation, vigilance, and the importance of knowing one's property rights. Karen had tried to disrupt my life, but instead, she had only reinforced the strength of the boundaries I had set. From that day forward, every time I saw her name pop up in HOA notifications, I smiled, knowing my land and my family were secure, and no amount of meddling could ever change that.